CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity, CMC core values, CMC global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together. Let's all together. It's a unity. Raise up your hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. This is the Political Lounge. We come in and air every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. As you probably know, this is a busy, busy week for us. But I want to welcome all of you to the platform. My co host will probably join me. She's extremely busy. Um, we have a major event coming up tomorrow. And so she spent her time uh, doing a lot of stuff today for CMC. I just love to hear the music that was playing, and it's actually said CMC for the people, by the people, and it's asking us to hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. I mean, that is such a beautiful, beautiful lyrics. That's such a beautiful, beautiful sound to hear at this time. We want you to come together. Let's do this in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. But I see Henry Jala is in studio. Henry, I'd like to just welcome you. As you probably know, Madam Grace, she says she'll join us, but she's been extremely busy. She is the USA chair, and as you probably might understand by now, planning such an elaborate program like we are doing for tomorrow is not an easy ordeal. So she's gonna drop in. I understand some other CNC members to be dropping in. A lot of people came in from out of town today. I was, aware. People were calling, and so it's a lot going on right now. But how are you doing, by the way, Henry?
I'm doing I'm doing okay. I'm good. I'm good to have you on the weekend presentation. It's a great thing again to be here. It's a regular feature, more on the Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and today is Friday. Again, we are here. So I overheard you talking about your favorite line when it comes to the song, the power leg, CMC, for the people. The end of it,
Mhm.
CMC. Yay!
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
the time is now.
That's my favorite line, in the song. But
Yeah.
again, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm honored again, Doc. And like you said, you're giving an overview of how it's going to be like this weekend. What are we expecting and what is already in progress? What's already in the pipeline, you were just telling people. So it's been a busy week since yesterday. It has been very, very basic, the CMC will be in, is that Philadelphia?
Yes, it is in Philadelphia. We'll
Yeah,
be
in
here.
Philadelphia, the
Yes.
citizen movement for change will be in Philly, in Philadelphia. The interesting part, well, we've been to America, but we know the nickname when it comes to the Bureau State. So Facebook is something actually good, when you follow the internet, when you follow the data
Mhm.
trends, it helps to put you on the path. People for,
Absolutely.
yes, yes, the internet is something actually good. And on a
Yes.
daily basis, we are learning. When it
Absolutely.
comes to, yes, we are actually learning. So we're learning the nickname, the short name for the various states, so that's something good. So again, our very father will say, well, let me borrow from that. You always say when you are at your job site, apparently you are a nurse, apparently you are a security personnel, and you are posted at about this time. We'd like to say welcome to the Political Lodge on Truth FM 96.1 and all other various platforms. We'd love to say welcome. Yes, at about this time when you hear the song CMC, knock somebody, rub on somebody, tell them the Political Lodge is on. This is why we don't go for an individual, but we speak the fact. We don't sift all your saying. We go exactly to what you say and we talk on behalf of the Labrador people. So one of the day I said, we don't do these things because we want to do them. But get the understand, you got people in the diaspora who they are not in Liberia, but you know that they take their time. And everybody say, oh, to be in America is about time. Somebody take their time to come on television, to come on the radio, to provide education. They're taking it by do kind of thing because they want their brother to be a good place. They want their family to live in peace. Yeah, they themselves they want to come to Liberia to boast of their own country. That's the reason at times they sit on various platforms to provide education because the source of these countries it rests upon each and every one of us as a citizens to do so. Yeah, that's the reason we'll be here up to 1:30 at time, 2 o'clock, because we want our brother to be good. We call the attention of our leaders to do the right things. When you do the right thing, we'll say it. When you do the wrong thing, we'll say it. But many a times, when we say the wrong, it appears to be like we wouldn't go for the wrong. No. When you do the right thing, we'll say it. When you go off track, we'll knock it back. We'll call on your attention to say, this what you're doing is not appropriate. It's not right. You are off track. This is what's supposed to be done. And at the end, we push the agenda of CMC. Whether you like it or not, we gotta push the agenda because we are the yellow wave, the third lane. We are. And it's a process. We could sit quietly and wait for a product 2027, 28, 29. We say no. Early education, it builds the foundation. It set the path. It narrows the path, the piece of path to put you on track. What to do next, what decision to make next, what you ought to do. This is why we are here for the longest time. The interesting thing after the show will be the calling. How you guys can ready manage y'all want to have late time, y'all can early money will be every morning radio up to the next time. Yes. We sign up to it. We live up to it. It's a weekend presentation. We are here again, Doc. I know you just sitting quiet and looking, say, but what's going on?
No, I appreciate what you just said. I'm
Yeah.
listening very well. I see that Ansu just came into the studio. I also was very happy to see you guys dancing to the music. I I'm happy that you guys did the dance challenge. Me and Madam Grace, we played a laugh when we saw you guys. We will definitely be offering you guys some dance classes when we see you next. Unfortunately, you're not close to us for us to definitely send you to dance classes immediately. Eh, You, I wanted to see some strokes, man. I wanted to see some moves, but I was surprised, which we laughed about it today. But I appreciate all of your efforts towards, joining the
You know,
dance. That's
to
all.
be
That's
honest, that I told Anzu I want to get in a whole dance challenge. I want to
yeah,
be. I
man.
want.
Y'all gotta put
To,
y'all can get a tip because people gotta see how y'all can move, and then people gotta see how Madam Grace can move and how I can move. I don't, unfortunately, I can't do it yet, but y'all get a tip together because like people gotta judge. They gotta see your movement because
so we are the winner. We are the winner when it comes to that dance challenge. No,
and
they don't
say that
category.
again. Henry, say that again.
We are the winners.
Hey, that kind of choppy dance you're doing. Say you're
Say
you're
that.
you're choppy, you're choppy something.
We're dancing according to the song.
Hey, you're missing your beats. But it was all good fun. This is what I see a lot of Liberians are not recognizing. We're having so much fun. This is a party of fun and seriousness at the same time. There's a time, like there's a season for everything. There's a time to play, there's a time to be serious, and there's a time to laugh. So season and timing is, what we enjoy about this party. So that was fun, and we'll do more fun things like that. We play hard and we work hard. But I want to, before Ansu comes in, I want to steal a few words from you too, Henry. And I know you stole some of my words tonight. But Henry, one of the things that I'm reminded of, you said, if you want to know what's going on in the village, in the town, you always got to go by the waterside, okay?
Yeah.
And listen to what the women are saying as they are drawing the water. So the political lounge, if you want to know what's going on in our country, you want to know what's going on in CMC, which we'll be talking about, like step by step, play by play, what's going on in Philadelphia, because I told you that, guys, that we
Exactly.
have such a wonderful event coming up. Um, you got to come to the political lounge where we talk the truth. The truth must be told. If you do well, we'll support you. That's our country. We want continuity. We want for a better Liberia, as Henry said earlier. We're living in, this is not my home. My neighbor's stream is not buried here. I lived here for a long time, but I would love to be able to, go back to Liberia. So there's so many things that we can talk about. But if you want to hear the truth, you want to hear about our country, you come right here onto the political lounge. Also, I want to just welcome you and bring you in and hear what you have to say to us tonight.
Thank you so much, uh, Dr. Richardson, who said, thanks so much. You your last video posted where you were then in class,
Uh-huh.
yeah, providing knowledge to a couple of young people in the UX. You that video has proven some of us with the right way in terms of the corridor, the gap that we stand in to defend and talk for you. Because when we're telling people that this is not just an ordinary woman, but she is a professional person, she is an educator, she is an advisor, she is a mentor, and it's someone that doubt it. So when you posted that video, it just removed that type of heavy weight from on some of our shoulder to make Liberians back home who doubting Dr. Richardson, thinking that coming on this platform is just all about politics. It's just all about maybe just talking about individual, but they know that this is a professional woman who's seeking the best to come from her country. So let me say thanks again for that video. I will need more of it because I took a whole time just watching you in classroom. Yeah.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
yeah,
I
I
want
took
to
a
tell you,
whole time.
actually, Ansu, I want to tell you, thank you for the acknowledgement. Many people just don't know the different hats that I wear. I was serving in my professor capacity yesterday. Usually on Thursdays, that's why I'm not on the show because I've been teaching for the past more than 20 years now. So imagine how many students have been under my leadership and how many knowledge I have impacted. And if anyone who knows about the role of being in academia in the United States is not just going to class to teach. I had a series of different things. I had, we have a faculty meeting every um, Thursday when I'm on campus. I'm writing. I've done tons of writing. I started earlier, so I'm kind of just cruising right now in my career. That's what I like to say. Besides that, I own a professional psychology practice where just what I was talking about. I utilize that. I have a practice where people who have mental health issues come in and talk to me, and we do that. So I wear many hats, and so it gives me the breaking rights to dance, to be happy. God has been good to me. He's allowed me to be able to be the best, get the highest education, but at the same time, I can and have great children. Look at me, and I have four beautiful adult girls. My youngest is 19. But so I gotta be thankful to God, and so I can dance. And when it's time to be serious, I can
You
as
got
well.
to dance along with your daughter.
Oh yes, you're not leaving me behind. Like, mommy, we're not leaving you behind. So, and I said, no, you're not leaving. I used to tell my grandmother the same thing as well. Mom, I used to call Mommy Rose, you're not leaving me behind. And she's just a laugh, but they're telling me the same thing too. So when you live your life and you're so thankful to God, you'll be able to adjust yourself accordingly, no matter where you are. You can live from mat to mattresses. That's what I'm trying to say. So,
Thank
but
you
thank
so much.
you for
Thanks so
announcement.
much, Dad. We do appreciate it. As I said, he has given us some of us the room to more accurate and defend the name of Dr. Richardson. So it gave us more strength, to keep talking in corridor and
Yes,
keep standing in that gap for that name. So I say thanks so much. And
thank
back
you.
home, here, a lot of things happening home. I was just on now with Madam Grace.
Yes,
Uh, I was telling her, I said, today and yesterday we had a very healthy day, and it was just so stressful. People keep putting in for their membership form,
oh,
so we have
awesome.
to. Oh yeah, so we have to push them for tomorrow. And they say, Asu, you normally say on the radio, you'll be up by 12, 1 o'clock. I said no. So this time around, since because it's a mix, I have a membership people and I have
Hmm.
my windows for Friday night. So I'll be up by 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be
Yeah.
in the Kumaya camp so I can do your photos, your account so I can interact with you people. So let me say thanks to you and Madam Grace. The platform is not growing, but I think this platform has definitely caught a crux. And yeah, and there are a lot of followers back home here at this time of the night. They keep listening to the political launch. Let's say thanks to you and Mana Grace. Thanks to CMC Mugs, the political leader, and the rest of the CMC family.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is what we enjoy being on the platform. This time of the night, how many women are on, talking to the Liberian people about how to make Liberia a better place. And we pride ourselves in doing that. We pride ourselves in being able to, you know, be glad when government is continuing in the right way, but also mark and talk to people about some of the things that is negative in our things that are negative in our culture. So yes, me and Madam Grace Gua, and I really miss her tonight. But I know she was here by herself last night as well, and she's has been playing a major role in um, organizing a program for tomorrow. We talked earlier. She said she would try to make it, but I can understand definitely because she had to plan a program, go pick it up from the printing press, make sure that everybody's who's coming. There's a lot of CNCers that are also coming from out of town. They don't reside in the Philadelphia area. We have people coming from as far as Arizona, people coming as far as Minnesota, the Midwest, Idaho, Colorado, and stuff like that. So whenever those people arrive in Philadelphia, we get a call and to direct them to who we have a whole hosting welcoming committee Mr. Nangwe, who's also will join us on the show tonight. He said he would join us. Mr. Nangwe, who's also is the regional chair for the Northeast portion of the United States. So he is also in the know and trying to make sure that people are comfortable when they arrive to the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, commonly known as Philadelphia. And Henry said Philly, as we called it. Madam Grace lives 2 hours away, and I'm 45 minutes away. So it's kind of hard for us to navigate our time to be there. Um, Many of our guests are converging at a central there in Philadelphia, I should say. We were able to gather together and put people in one location. And if you want to put the invitation up so I can explain, and I'll let you guys know what's going on tomorrow. I think Anthony, you want to put it up. I think that's
Wait,
Yes.
what are you doing the program, Doc?
yes, this one. Yeah. So as you probably know, the political leader is also in town. It is a blessing despite the political witch hunt that
The
is
breaking
ongoing.
news?
Huh? Yeah, breaking news if you want to say that. Yes, it is breaking news. I want to just say, despite the political witch hunt that I think is detrimental, is very very horrible for Liberia. To see a strong leader like this that speaks against the ills in our society, that has been dragged into this political witch hunting. So, but he is in the United States to speak to his people, to speak to Liberians who identify with some of the important, uh, you know, um, concepts of his ideas of this political party. Not only his ideas, but everyone's ideas, and there's some of the core values, which definitely include social justice, accountability, uh, making sure that we emphasize unity among us as Liberians, because something we struggle with. Inclusiveness. When I think about inclusiveness as a woman, I also think about the economy of our country and the role that women are playing in the economy. And so he's here to expand on those ideas. How as a elected leader, but via the convention of CMC, because that's the only way one can become an elected standard bearer of the party. You have to go to convention and contest and do it the democratic way in which he's going to be doing, along with others, I'm sure. But he's here to speak to Liberians about these ideas and how we can make Liberia a better place. How can a country that existed for over 177 years, I believe it was 178 years old now, what have we done to ourselves that we cannot take the next step to put us on par with countries that are in the region? So he will be here speaking to us tomorrow. Well, today is Friday. Friday, a lot of CNC members, as I said to you, have converged. They are still coming in. The hosting committee, they've been checking in with me. We have orders, and one of the things that I like about CMC is that people are very courteous. They make sure that we follow the hierarchy of the organization. As people have come in, they touch basing with us who are in the local in the local area to make sure that we know that they hear who's coming. And so they're letting us know there's a little small meet and greet going on. There's some pepper soup and some fufu and some rice water and some drinks will be at the meet and greet tonight. Unfortunately, we're busy playing the program that Madam Grace and I, cannot make it. Tomorrow, bright and early at 11 o'clock, but I'll be up bright and early because I have some other things going on. But so I'll be up bright and early because I have to be ahead of the meeting. I have to go there and prepare myself. I'll be up late tonight because I have to put an agenda together for our meeting tomorrow so that we'll have something to follow. And so our meeting tomorrow will be at 11 a.m. and it's going to be talking about the way forward. How can we support Liberians in Liberia, and how can we support Liberians in the diaspora? So if we are well supported and feel, like we have the strength to carry on, we'll be better able to collaborate with the Liberians in Liberia. I know you guys, I don't know if you're going to talk about it. There's something going on this weekend as well. They say they're having a diaspora conference, and I just laugh. It's a really big in the United States. The Buckeyes government is having a diaspora conference for what we heard. Um, in Washington D.C. I think it's a good attempt, but also it has a lot of shortcomings. But right now, I'm going to focus on the our program, which is the Pathway to Change program, which is the CMC's program. So after the meeting, we hope to end that meeting in time enough for us to look pretty, especially with the women. I'm sure the men too. My husband will say, "Well, what about me? What about us? We got to put our suit on and stuff like that." But we as women would like to make sure that everything, our earring correct, our shoes correct, our hair correct, and somehow all that prettiness, there's a lot of brain behind it as well. So we'll be again meeting at the hotel that is on the Clarion Hotel. That's the name of the hotel, the Clarion Hotel. It is on 76 Industrial Highway, Essington, PA 19029, and we gave the zip code because it's kind of an easy way for many to follow. Um, can you go up? Can you put it back and go up a little bit of that? So at the Essington Hotel, Henry, can you put that back up? Thank you, and go down. Yes, okay. At the Essington Hotel is where we actually going to have the fundraising dinner. The dinner is open to all. It's going to be a really great engagement of all Liberians. You're going to be networking. It's going to be fun. We're going to introduce you to CMC, what we stand for, like what we mean when we say social justice, what we mean when we say inclusiveness, what we mean when we say unity, what we mean when we say we're going to uphold the dignity of Liberia that stood high in the past. What did we mean by that? We're going to uphold the rule of law, which I think the political leader has proven time over time that he has championed that. And why is that important? So that dinner is going to be fun. It's going to be a fundraising dinner. We will need you to come to contribute to the dinner as to the fundraising event. It's going to probably be championed by some of CSEMers. The fundraising is definitely go towards ways in which you can transform Liberia. And the 28th, which is on Sunday, uh, the political leader is being honored by the Liberian Mandingo Association in the United States. He's going to be gowned there, from what I understand, and that is going to be held at 6 o'clock. Can you please put that there? I want to just make sure I give them good justice, Henry, to see where is to give the address to where that's going to be held. I have that in my phone. Let me see, Henry. Let me just grab it since Henry's not there. Yes, it's gonna be it's gonna be at 7200 Grovers Avenue, Philadelphia. Grovers Avenue, Philadelphia, PA 19153. We understand that it's going to be a glorious event as well. They have a singer coming from Ivory Coast. She's a very popular female singer who's going to be coming from Ivory Coast. So there's going to be a mixture of many persons at this event. We're looking forward to accompanying the PL. We're looking forward to going there and also enjoying the Mandingo culture, enjoying other parts of Liberia as well, enjoying other Liberians as well. So it's going to be a jam pack, as I would like to say, weekend, and it's going to be an enjoyable one as well. It's going to be a culture expose. We invited a lot of our American friends, and usually they love to come to just get a taste of Africa because they hear about Africa, they read it, they see it, but they actually be interacting and with people in the culture, understanding Africans. So It's usually a fun event. It's gonna be a networking event. I invited a lot of old friends of mine. So did most of us. That would be an ability for us to see them and tell them what we're up to in terms of transforming Liberia. So yes, that's what I wanted to tell you. That's what the program going to look like um, tomorrow and Sunday.
And this one, Dad,
Mhm.
uh, this one look, shall I say it, it's like you people place more energy into this one, look more organized, and for this set and arranged. And then the first time that P went to you guys, it was just like a surprise. So there were a lot of things that were done, in terms of his visit to the U.S. But for this one year, beginning as of tomorrow, it's like it is more organized, well planned, and it's like people have everything set up for his visit to the United States.
Yeah. Uh, Ansu, remember when the PL came to the United States, we were a brand new political party. I think we're just maybe 3 or 4 months old or less. And he came because of a lot of the noise that people kept on talking, the usual lies and propaganda that is not meaningful to the development of our country. And so again, he just wanted to tell people that you had over the years say that I can travel, and here I am. So that was really great to see him join us here in the United States, and we had a few interesting plans that he had to um, attend. Just a few community things. He was able to meet with the Nimba community. He was able to meet with the Rhode Island representative, and we did a whole tour of that. He was able to meet with some people in some interested members and Liberians that are in the Maryland area. He was able to meet with the Bon Education Center Alumni Association, for which I were having a convention that week and I was a part of. So he was able to support me. And he's like that, he's that he supports um, members. And we tend to do that as CNC members. We really support each other. And we actually modeling that behavior to become something Liberians can do. Instead of having this crab mentality that we tend to have, the crab in the bucket mentality that we tend to have. So we want to be able to show support to each other and see that we are better when we can do that as individuals than we can stand. They say united we stand and divided we fall. So yes. So another thing to Ansu, we live in the Northeast region, and so we have connections uh, in this region, and we had time to plan. So he's coming within our vicinity, our region. And we have Mr. Namas, who's here. He's in charge of the entire region. You have the USA chair, who could be anywhere. She could live anywhere in the United States, but she also lives 2 hours away from me. And you have the global chair, who lives about 45 minutes. So this was a lot of hands-on experience involved. We had to go to make sure to check out the hall, make sure the food, so we had a lot of hands-on experience as well. And also had a lot of say in the program. And so we're a little, we're not out of our baby stage yet, because we're 6 months old, 6 months old, 39,000 members old, and some more and some change. The last time I checked the website, it was 39,000 and some change members old. Okay, so we're doing very good. A lot of kudos to you, Ansu, for getting everyone registered. And a lot of these people are registered in Liberia. And I also want to say, 6 months old, 39,000 members old, and in almost all of the regions of the world. We are in Asia, China. We are in the Middle East, Dubai. We're in West Africa, Ghana and Nigeria. We're in East Africa, Rwanda. We're in many, many places that I'm probably forgetting some of the places. But yes, we're doing well for a relatively young party. It's a testimony of all of us Henry, all of us, what we can do when we stand united for change for Liberia.
Has the recession like for this time around, the recession back there, and how's the recession like, and how are they fully prepared, the readiness, preparation, and has the momentum like to receive the political leader?
Well, the momentum is extremely high. You won't believe how many different subgroups and organizations, people who just heard that the PL, the political leader ability, was coming, and so then my phone started to go off. Um, we like for him to stop by, not knowing that he's coming for an event. So they wanted him to go to grace their event. So yes, a lot of people are calling us. They want to meet with him one on one. They want to see him. They want to talk to him. And so we are navigating that process as well as I speak to you. There was a team of men that went to pick him up from the airport. We saw some pictures of that, and they kept on, texting me saying, the political leader has arrived. We here, So a lot of people are excited to see him. Tomorrow we're going to have an entrance way where people are going to, sign in an orderly fashion to enter the event. People have made their reservations to come. We had a reservation, but we are open. If you just in the area and you need to come and hear this, how Citizens Movement for Change can bring change to Liberia, can transform Liberia, how we're going to exercise, inclusiveness in Liberia, how we're going to exercise social justice, how we're going to improve the economy, and you just want to come and listen, or you want to just hang out with your fellow Liberians and exchange ideas. What can we do as people in the diaspora? Definitely will welcome you to the program tomorrow. We definitely would love to have you to the program tomorrow. So yes, people are still calling. I know my line will be busy tonight. I'll be getting a few texts tonight. I'll be directing traffic. Okay, this is where you can go tonight. And we got a pretty good place for a home for people who are interested. Many of our guests will be staying tonight as well. Compliments
Yes.
of the Northeast region. Mr. Name played a very important, strong role in making sure that he had a place for people who are flying in from different places, who are interested to be able to reside, to stay. So yes.
That is so great. That is so wonderful. That so let's know. Maybe we mind of disclosing to us how the visitation going to look like. Maybe those various Liberians who have grouped themselves in their various organizations, various maybe cities or various towns where he will have to stop by, which has already been organized by protocol from your end as global chair. Just to name some of our groups.
Well, I hesitate to do that for security reasons. Yes, because we got to be very careful. I don't want to. I'm being very careful because if I don't want to just people quick to converge on the political leader. They quick to, if I knew where he is like this, people will be there, and
Okay.
this is in an important high delegation meeting, high and even though he's very open, but is there's a time when he has to make some decisions, and he's in these high class meetings. So yes, but he's I want to just say he's here already. That's what I want to say. I'm not, I don't feel at liberty to exactly state where he is, but he's here. um and for those of you who say the political leader, your ever propaganda that you're running, that he couldn't travel, this is exactly what we need. He's going to be able to come to different countries like the United States, country like other areas in the world. He's going to be able to travel there. He's been to Europe before to make the case for Liberia, and that's what we need. We need someone who can talk. Not, we don't need a president who will just tell us flowery things. Somebody who would make the case for Liberians and be speaking to us often. That's what we want.
Let me get it off. That's so great. You are listening to the political laws here on Truth FM 96.1. And that's the thanks to Dr. Regis Cinema Grace. And they said that we, on Thursday and Friday, by giving us that responsibility, taking full charge. Yeah, so a lot of things happening for the president of the political leader there in the United States. Maybe there are other things we left out there that you want to talk about with the four happenings. Despite we place, the day activities beginning from the 26th, 27, 28. Despite we place it out, but are there other things that we left out you want to talk about with the president of the PR in the US?
No, I think that one of the things that we as CNCmers take pride in is making sure that we follow our own constitution, our hierarchy, and the rule of law, making sure that we have a roadmap and a plan. And so tomorrow's meeting will be a good start in mapping out. We're not just going to come and just speak in flowery terms like many. You have a government right now that come in and just tell you, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to change the electricity, we're going to have security, we're going to be at a rest agenda. But not one day do they come to tell us what is the plan. How subjective is the plan? How measurable are they going to measure? Okay, we're bringing electricity to the Liberians today. By month 3, we'll have electricity in all of White Plains and moving across the bridge. Maybe we'll do that. Or we're going to include the electricity grill that comes from Ivory Coast, and that will cover, Nimba and moving forward. But some kind of stability and some kind of plan. Okay, by month number 1, 2, we'll make sure that we have our healthcare system. We'll take a good assessment of JFK, one of our number 1 referral hospital, and see how our shortcomings and our challenges, and see how we can uplift JFK. We can look at the University of Liberia in terms of education and say, okay, we spent 11 million or more on this building so far. Why does the university still look like this? But what CMC takes pride in doing is not just talking, okay, but coming up with a roadmap, a plan where we can be held accountable. That whole accountability part that is in our speech, where we can be held accountable, because we'll give you a roadmap, something for the Liberian people to look forward to. So I think tomorrow is going to be the onset or maybe perhaps, let me don't say onset, because I think it's going to be an addition to multiple meetings that we have having like this. Okay, we're going to be putting our words into action. What are we going to do? What makes us different? And those are the kind of things that we're going to be talking about tomorrow at the meeting that we're going to have.
All right, folks. So a lot have been said from the end of CMC as we run the show tonight. We will keep discussing and keep providing information for you guys, especially about the happenings in the US for the president of the political leader of the citizen movement for change. He's present in the United States. There's a video I want to share with you, Dr. Richardson, and see you today being in the classroom, as I said, and also our executive of the citizen movement for change, a mother, an educator. There's a video training for Nima County where we have students there cannot say or maybe sing the national anthem of the country. I don't know what you see. This will be so disappointing, but when you watch this video, after we come back, then you can now go into a deeply at the play, because when it comes to our education side, we have our students back home cannot sing the national anthem of their own country.
Right and salute our national anthem. Right and salute our national anthem.
Anything for that start that? Can you understand anything?
No,
CMC, yes, Camp 2029, education. This is it. I'm seeing that just shaking your head. It's like you're so disappointed.
I am. I am because when we were growing up in Liberia as a child, this was one of the things that you just had to know because we sang this anthem at almost all important events in the country. And it's a beautiful anthem. And it sort of tells me a lot about education system. Okay. I, um, I don't know as a child if adults would have been in the area and sit there and allow us to mumble or chop the song up like that and still be standing still and watching us. We were going to be punished or asked to write that song 25 times until you learn the words of the song. So it tells us a lot about our education system. It tells me a lot about our ability or our expression of patriotism. Okay. I'm telling you something that my husband, as you guys probably know, he's ex-military, is something that he had to know, and I tease him up to this time. The minute the American anthem is played, and he told me they had to learn that, whether you Liberian American, whether you American, whether you whatever, being in the United States military is one of the first things to sink in your head forever because it's a sign of patriotism. But the minute that song is played, that he stands up, and I watch him, and then I begin to watch other people. There's a specific, they have to be very straight. They teach them how to stand up. I mean, I don't know how to do that stand because I mean, I didn't go to that kind of training, but it's the sense of being patriotic to your country. And I see these kids, the glorious land of liberty. They need to know that. Shall long be ours. Glorious land of liberty. Shall long that nobody can deport you from Liberia, as one of your senators can say. That is yours, how you take care of your land. To say through her name, be her fame, through her name, our agriculture, our beauty of our country. You have to internalize that. They have to know that. But to hear them chop up the song and just mismatch it tells us about, you can't blame them in a way. I blame the adults, the education system.
Mm-hmm.
I blame, the lack of patriotism for the country, where Liberia has where she is right now. Might it be our power? Might it be our power? Those are powerful words. We were the beacon of hope in that region at one time. We were one of the only country in Africa that was not colonized. All right. So when those other African countries around us started getting their independence in 1950, we were so instrumental in doing that. Hence the OAU, in Sanikoli, Nima County. So when I hear that, it saddens me. I feel sad eventually for our education system. I feel sad for the society that we have right now. So, those are my preliminary thoughts on what you just showed me. And I feel sad for those students, really. I really do. I
And,
really
and, and the reason why I decided to play Dr. Richardson, for the end of CMC, I know, when it comes to education, what are some of the planning you as one of for the key executive member of female indeed. So it's what's bringing to your attention. Listen to the kids. That's in Nima County. So start thinking what's happening in Rewa Set, in
mm,
San, in
mm,
Rewa, in Lofa. When it comes to an education, CMC.
yeah. Yeah. Well, as you heard, we had an education minister who took a tour of
Mm,
schools in the country.
yeah.
Yes. Did we hear back uh her assessments of the schools that I didn't hear anything significantly back about her assessment. um what CMC definitely will do, because that's so important for us. There's been a way that prior regimes and the government now, they suppress the education of our people to continue to rule over them. That's part of what we talk about when we talk about inclusiveness. In order to create an equal playing field for all Liberians, no matter who you are, be it Bassa, Pele, Mandingo, Gribble, Va, you have to have an education to be able to think critically, to be able to engage civically, engage your government. But they keep us at that level. We don't know our national anthem. We don't know that, the glorious land of liberty. Okay, that might be our power. So if we don't internalize that, if we don't feel good about that, we don't act in a patriotic way, then of course we will continue to be suppressed by the government. So the role of CMC is to engage different educational sectors. Okay, as you can see now, Ansu, when our PL goes around, he speaks about education. He looks to provide a place where people can be educated. Recently, you were there when in Bon County, when he spoke about how saddened he felt going to a place where the children stopped learning. I think fourth or fifth grade. They don't even have a decent high school. And there's going to be a school. We've been in some high power meeting where we're discussing about how just putting the structure is not just it, but what do you have in the structure. And then of course you saw when he went to the Kwaniboni in Lofa County, another thing that was on his mind was a school. He wanted to make sure. Can you believe that place? I think I heard answer that place didn't even have a high school, right? I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, and he's also in Nima County. He's building. So education, it's not just the building, as I said to you. Okay, it's what's in a building. How we're going to work towards making our country and making sure that education is part of our agenda. And we want to keep engaging the Liberian people. Say, okay, and trust me, Ansu. Sometimes when we speak, we don't want it to say, okay, like, oh, Liberia be changed overnight on CMC. We have some major challenges in our country. Okay. We have to look at the whole assessment of the education process. We have to see what is needed. We have to look at secondary education. We have to look at, kindergarten and all of this stuff. We have to assess those things to know where we are. And so I want to talk to Liberian people. This is where we are, and this is how we intend to make things better for all of us in this country, and why it's important that we all be at the equal playing field so that you won't be left out. So someone like Nukwe or Moi won't just come on air and tell you things and you believe it. You think critically about it. You'll be able to say, but how is it that this man is able to give me this Moi man, how can he give me one pencil and one copybook and expect me to be able to go to school and walk by his house that is so big and gorgeous? How is that possible? How is it that this man has been in the legislature for at least more than 10 years and there's nothing that he's done in his community? Okay.
So, yeah. Go ahead, Dad. Go ahead.
Yeah, like what has he done about education in his community? What has he done about making sure that these concessionaires, what has he done to make sure that these concessionaires pay a fair due to contribute to the education of our children? That is what the argument should be about. That is what you should be fighting for on the Ways and Means Committee. And that's what I wanted to share when it comes to educating our people.
Like we had a team here today for Mind-Giving, and it was just for the guys, and it was the main concern, and the guy said, we are disappointed in our senator. He had it for 30 years. 2029, if you want to contest again, now making 30 years, so he should be around his 18 or 19 years now out there, and we're just that impact of 3%, 3 or 2%. Can you just imagine? Or 2 or 3% indeed for the years. And I asked them, I said, maybe because the resources is not there. And they said because the level of time in which Emmanuel Nukwe has said, at that level, if you to contest again, you'll be reaching the 30 years, and up to 30 years, and you cannot get good 10 or 15 or even 20 young people in Mind-Giving County being empowered. There's nothing. They try to really give a clear picture of his contribution positively, maybe youth empowerment, women empowerment, to see whether what really he has scored a good grade, and for the level of time he has served there, and he said nothing this young man has done for the people of Mind-Giving County. So I'm just thinking of like you said, that when it comes to how the young people, how the kids are going there, when it comes to their education, and I strongly believe that maybe they have been abandoned in that county, because this is a senator who has turned to a PRO, doing a PRO right now for the executive, because he folded into this LPRC and engagement for SWIMEX. He folded into it. He engaged in media, going on a radio tour. He's going on a radio tour from radio station to radio station to talk about LPRC and SWIMEX owned by Musa Belete. So LPRC PRO is no longer the one in front. It's a senator. And the guy said that just the type of Nukwe they have there in Mind-Giving County. Someone who don't want to see the best, and surely, because if the best will come from Nukwe, we'll see it in District 5 Mind-Giving County, where he did serve as a lawmaker before becoming a senator. Today, Musa Belete went to that county in District 5 to build a high school, and also fix the role for the people where this man served, doing former President Salif up to former President Weah, and there is no high school into that place, and now becoming a senator for that county. So they are saying they have lost that confidence, and the campaign now is They cannot accept him to contest or run again to maybe acquire 30 years. That is to get 30 years in a house of Senate to represent the people of mine be counted. So it's just so disappointing. As I said, he always wait for maybe 2 or a year to election, or maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years to election, according to his own citizen for that county. You wait for that time, put a buck of money into his back bag, and just go from time to time, district to district, because he feels that that's how the people, you know, can be handled. So today, his name is not strange, and something in which I thought I'll begin to the honorable man office. That is, when you ascension, this man ascension, I think that you know about it. When you
Oh
are,
yeah, you go
yeah,
essential by the
yeah,
United States government.
yeah, how you ascension and fighting someone today, Musa Belede is in the US in Bon County. Yeah, you the man's in the US and you in Bon County, somebody who we shouldn't allow harsh politics to bring that type of high feeling or separate us. We should speak where the truth belongs. You were on OK FM and you saw mad that they see you will talk, you will get tired. So that means that it's something which so that you know very well that have been planned and have been organized by you people.
Hmm.
So you made it clear to the people that he will talk and he will talk until to justify to the people that this government don't want to see uh, this individual, achieving what he want to, because like in Babulu County, one bit they wanted to achieve there to give the people a very good bridge, a safe bridge. Today we have the video stay here, and yesterday you're off. Somebody sent out a video from that place, Tata Richardson. It's a death trap. I said, but why they couldn't allow Musa to just do the people work there for them? So if you Nikwe was said and I don't know whether he's a businessman or I don't even know what's like we need to do some fact check to know whether he's a
I would
businessman.
really appreciate that
Yeah, to know how
because
many people he has there being empowered. Because if you are to check people that Musa empowering, work under him, that is being very, very clear. So he just in bomb counted for you to push Mike Gibi rather to push the people agenda, to push the people to see how best you can transform the life of the people. You're just in the midst of so many things. You just in the midst, or you just into pick, like a change body. You just between you are said as you are when you now politician. Try how best you can work with all of us. In case Moses say I don't want to contest, I don't want to run again. 2020 now award. That breach in Bible County that you want to save the life of the people there. So they see what the government placed there in Bible County. Go to the World Trade Center on Getty Street. Government shut down that place and said because the guys can face a fake document. So the government shut down that place and said before they open that place to the guys in, they will go through investigation. Yesterday, we understand that people went to that place with thief, broke around the area, and stole everything from that place. A place that is unknown police. When Gregory said that the police are in charge of this place now, this place being shut down, police taking full control. That's what we're just saying. And today we are hearing news that thief went to the place. So where they pass, it's the same thing at the Capitol building. When police say again that we are in charge of this Capitol building, at the end of it today, we have fire case to court. So all these things that are happening, and you stand as a senator for accounting, where you should be empowering young people, where you should be creating jobs for more young people. It just won't be in government, it just be running and running and just achieving, getting what you want for yourself, and want to attack a businessman who have almost 500 to 600 Liberians. You think if you having to shut down his business, it can affect Musa? It cannot affect him. This is an established business for more than 20 years. So just think how he has been achieved, how he has achieved, how he have everything that can take him for the next 20 to 40 years. How will you say you want to shut down such a business? You will be hurting those Liberians that are working along with him. So the step of what the honorable man, because he has put himself in the whole thing like a partisan senator, like a partisan senator. That's the jacket he's wearing because he no more on the people mind giving issues anymore. He has taken the petroleum issue and become the spokesperson of LPI seat. So I think the senator need to wake up. Um, he ready to wake up because the people of mind to be county they have so much to approve to that county that I will say.
Yes, Ansu, you spoke so much about the nature of Dukwe. And the more that we talk about him, the more the Liberian people will know who he is. I don't know if you remember this man. He served as the vice president, okay, Nukwe, to President Boakai, and he served as the People's Unification Party. That's the party that he came from originally. If we do our research as Liberians, that was the party that was he wanted to isolate Liberians. Only certain Liberians. You had to be from a certain background to be in that party. And that's what these people have practiced all along. Divide and conquer. We're going to keep the Liberian people at a certain level. We'll go to these different towns and bribe the Liberian people. And that's how he was put on sanction. Because instead of working as his functions as a legislature, which would be lawmaking, all right, overseeing and representing his people, he was not doing that. He has not done that over the years. If Nukwe was practicing as a lawmaker, making sure that he passed good laws for investors and to maintain investors and like honorable ability, maintain businesses, he won't be talk tire, okay? He has not done his job. That's why he's at liberty to speak that. He can say that because he doesn't know that Liberia is a country of the rule of law. We have to respect contracts. And when you just don't allow Liberians to be educated, you can come and speak to them any kind of way because you bribe them in the end so that they can vote your way. What have you done? If you say I am Mr. Nukwe from Margibi County, what have you done for the people of that county? Go look at places like BWI, a renowned institution before in many years that kind of graduated many Liberians, okay, to support our country. It was one of the very good technical school in Liberia. What have you done to uplift that school in Margibi County? What have you done to talk about the concessionaires in that area to help uplift the county? You are so busy trying to fill up your pocket and you forgot about the people. You are so busy now, you're so busy witch hunting that you're forgetting to know the laws and pass the laws and maintain a fair business environment in our country. So I know when I think about this man, when I think about the idea of inclusiveness, he doesn't come to mind. PUP was the party that and please go, my people who listen to me, I researched this. He served as the vice president vice president candidate. He was elected by Joseph Boakai. Okay. And they gave him that job when he talked about, our LAAC, LA Liberian Airport Authority, LAA. So, for that brief time he was there, it was just another token job he was given. Okay, how can you take somebody who say I be in business and you pretending to go run airport, knowing that that's a place where it's like a gateway to our country? You see where our country falls right now. Okay, you see what our country looks like. So when you talk about that, it just burns my heart because when we even look at Kakata, a thriving place, and the schools and things that you could do to uplift that a beautiful place in the past. I grew up in that area. I know Kakata even though I was a child, but I grew up in that area, so I know what I'm talking about. And so he has not done anything. It's just wait until election, like you said, election time is coming here. Go to the different towns. That's let me just bribe the people, but I'll build. I'll sit out. We're waiting, and I'm sure you guys know. Newport has a big house, okay, along that whole Kakata corridor. When you see the main house, you will wonder where you are. Okay, people in the United States that don't even have the kind of house that I may has in that place. So we know it. Okay, and then we'll talk about Moyi. Who his house is also just as big. And it comes from how they take the Liberian people money. They come from bribing instead of doing their job, instead of representing the Liberian people. If somebody is representing you, you are not you will let the person live like the way that you live, right? Okay, you are not go put yourself on the pedestal and expect them to be less educated while you enjoy the benefits of the iron ore process in Bonkante. What mines is in Bonkante where Moyi serves as senator on the Ways and Mean Committee. When was the last time he called anybody to ask them, what have you doing with the royalty or why have you not paid? Because boom, the China Union has not paid for a while. Just recently, they've been calling them to pay the royalties. Okay, but the job is to maintain. That's why I said maintain our people to be uneducated. That's what they do. They got somewhere and they want to maintain their power. And so by maintaining their power, to divide our people by giving them little pocket change so they won't spend any time on educating our people so they can ask them and think critically and say, what have you done for me lately, Mr. Moyi or Mr. Nukwe? That's the question that our Liberian people will be asking them. But they want to maintain their power and dominate power, but witch hunt other people who like Honorable Bility and the people who are the petroleum importers. They want to witch hunt them who are hiring Liberians. If you think about it, Ansu, you will know that the petroleum business is almost 100% Liberian owned business. That should be used as a model for our country. And today, you think you wish hunting the petroleum business. Tomorrow, you'll be with, that's what the DST TV, it was a beautiful interview, by the way. If any of you have not seen the interview where Simeon Freeman and Bility was talking together, I don't know which station it was on, but it was a good interview. I enjoyed that interview. It gave us a good highlight of business in our country.
Yes, that's just it. You just made it very clear. That so in the last time they said to the PL, he said, you guys should start working overtime because when I'm making my way to the southeast, you guys should start going there and start doing road construction and start building school because when I'm when I'm making my way to central Liberia, you guys should start making your way there and start building because uh, I don't know and I think on and said to Prince Moy and the rest of the people, I think Liberians fighting this thing is really exposing them in a sense that the Liberians getting to know that they're the guys and who just sitting there, and just want to get all for themselves, nothing for their people. Look on the screen there. This is a school year in Maryland County. How can you have such a school in your country, Maryland County, that is a school where all the students wake up early in the morning, they go there. What are we getting back? What Liberians are getting back? See the school. So it tells our people that the people just offer everything for themselves because this have been operating for years. And the reason why these schools are being exposed today is because the CMC political leader try to go to the various areas to undertake development and be stopped. I told someone, I said, if it was this government in charge, the bridge in Nima County built by Mr. Billy, we would have that bridge in Nima. They're going to do everything possible to have that bridge down because they're going to be on hall and putting the current bridge we have in Nima County today that connects towns, counties, and districts in District 7, Nima County. That bridge we have there, if it was this current government, we're not going to get that bridge in Nima. They're going to haul Musa left, haul him right, and maybe he was just going to get tired and just let it go. Today, the people are benefiting from that bridge despite the George Weah administration is out. See school that here on the screen also. The children are
Mhm.
going to school in the morning hour.
But we are catching on as Liberians. We are catching on. And this is why, under the CMC leadership, the Liberian people will be exposed to the plot of the Moi, the likes of Moi, the likes of Nukwe, who just want to keep them blind, keep our Liberian people blind, so that they can continue to enjoy the benefits of our country. Like, you see, this is what they do. Why would you serve on the Ways and Means Committee for all these years? You will chair that committee. Okay? Why would you serve as a lawmaker who's supposed to represent the voiceless, like these students in our country? Okay? And then you will sit down and allow a school like this to operate. Why is
Mm.
that not your focus of attention? Why would you be engaging in witch hunt, trying to set the price for a business industry? Are you the one who's supposed to set the price for the business industry like that? Or is it supposed to be something that comes from the legislators, you generate revenue? How do you do that? Is LPRC is supposed to do that? Or is it supposed to come from voting in the legislature? So you need to be able to know your roles and your understanding. But you don't want to focus on uplifting Liberians. You want to focus on filling your pocket. You want to focus on uh witch hunting someone because they speak against your ills. You remember the political leader of CMC's asked to have the legislature audited, and this is where some of the anger is coming from. Okay, and it makes so much sense to me. Look, as a regular person, even as I work in a university venture, when I get there, I want to know, where am I? I want to do a thorough assessment. What kind of students do I have? Where do I get my students from? What's the average GPA of the students? Those are questions. So our honorable is right to say, how you been spending money here? When do you spend money? What you are spending money for? Are we spending money on education, educating the people? Are we spending money on healthcare of the people? Or are we spending money on just enriching ourselves? And that's the question. But Liberians are catching on. And gone will be the days very soon. Okay, gone will be the days that you show us school. You come here and be showing me school like that and say that for the Liberian people.
Yes, gone are those days that uh, gone are those days where you place a bag, put a bag on your back with the money and say you're going to purchase vote
Mhm.
because at the early stage with the level of work done by the citizen movement for change for the level of engagement that we are seeing not just only in Liberia, but also outside this country, Liberians in the US, other parts of the world with the level of engagement, the networking required to be. And we are seeing from now the movement headed by Musa Bility. We are waiting on to see comes 29 tenths of Liberians making decision. And many times they always call me and tell me, they say, some of the guys that come around, you convince him, and and tell them, why Musa Benita. I say, do you need me to convince you? I sit in the microphone, talk from morning to night. Do you want me to convince you? Even if I can sit and convince you for 2, 3 hours, only 30 minutes or 5 minutes, it's level is okay with you. If everything okay with you, then I need to convince you. But if you know that thing is not okay with you for the first 12 years, you went again for another 6 years, 18 years, you have another year again. If you think thing is not okay with you, I don't need to convince you. It's just there with you. If you think thing is not okay with you, I don't need to sit it down to talk to you for now straight up to 6 o'clock at Liberian time PM. No, I'm not gonna do that. If you think level is not okay with you, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll see around you what it takes to be someone for the past years of Liberians politicians that some of us been knowing the level of work initiative what CMC is doing. We had to see these things that happening back home, yeah, in Liberia. We had to see these things. Our politicians from day one, they always wait for 3 months to election. They always wait. This is why the country has been undeveloped for the past years. All the photos are coming out today from schools, from roads, because uh, those that get into power, they're not moving with that type of developmental mind. So how can I convince you? Should I go convince you about to tell you about people who are moving with their minds not being developed, and someone who is moving with their mind being developed? Are you not checking around you to see the innovation, the transformation that is taking place, the empowerment, market women, young people, students, getting on track. So how am I going to convince you? So I always tell them, I don't have time to convince you. But if I'm going to convince you, I mean you are enjoying, you enjoy the first 12 years, you enjoy the next 6 years, and you're enjoying this administration. So you want me to convince you, but if you don't want it, knows that you are not on the right path.
Yes.
So, like you said, that I think the devil of work being done at the early stage by the political leader of CMC is a clear signal to Liberians that is, I don't want to be in power or to wait maybe 2 months to election before I come to you and they say I will. But this one is already been done. This one is already he's talking it at the same time the work been done is what talk and do. He's saying it and the work is done already. So he don't need to tell you that I will want to be in it, this thing that will happen. That have been one of the major mistakes by our politicians. And all the work you see done here by Musa, I always tell people by on the ability, all the work you see being done here today, his role, his step, his system, his organization, how he putting things in place. It shows clear to the water that how he wanted things to be. Maybe the other political party they have been very disorganized, and I regret why he been so behind people with 2 or 1%. He just been killing himself behind them, trying to restructure them, trying to reorganize them, and they have been so that this Liberian mentality they been just been thinking one way, and Musa just been with them all through. But if you can see what he's doing now, it tells the water that what Musa wanted to do.
Yes. Also, I wanted to add about the mentality of us Liberians. Okay. Um, One of the things that I like and I am attracted to Musa when it comes to transforming Liberia is, like you said, he puts his hands where his mouth is. Okay. He works for the Liberian people. Um, when Musa told us that he was building roads, you know, in his district, he was building a bridge in his district. Um, to me, it sounded like something that just another politician would do. This was even before he ran. Okay, so I then took a trip to Nimakan because seeing is believing for me. I don't, I have the scientific background, academia background that I just don't buy what people say. You have to show me some evidence. We work by investigative evidence of what is happening in the world. of course, I do know I can't have all the science that will tell me how the sun come up in the morning or how the night is, So there's some limitations to that. However, when I went and saw the bridges that this man is building and his rationale for doing that, it was very impressive. And this was before he became a representative for District Number 7 in Seklepi, Nima County. And so I want to tell Liberian people that this man is not just talking because he wants to bribe Liberian people to engage him, or he wants to come in and wait for 2 years before elections and come in and give you little money. He's seriously invested in the Liberian people. He wants a better Liberia. And it aligns with my thinking. I want a better Liberia. I want that students should not have to struggle to find housing in Sanekole when they're going to school. Something as simple as that. Okay, something that why is nobody else thinking about it? Why is Honorable Bilitis the only person thinking about the people? I want that commercialization in Seklepi can continue to happen because he has provided the medium, the bridge, for these different towns and villages that people no longer, the story that people told me while in that place that answered, there was some kind of machine they had to be winding that had used to cross. So many people used to die. They would meet in the water. So many people. And, I think they said that thing was given to them by the current president when he was vice president. He donated that in the Yah River. They were telling me the story about how many people died where he has that very established bridge, And one of the things that I like about Musa Bilitis, Honorable Musa Bilitis, is that he himself went and inspected his own work. One of the things he does, he will check behind you. I work with him as his Luba chair, and I see how he's constantly asking me, Madam Chair, this happened? Madam Chair, you need to do this. So he's constantly checking to make sure things are done. But what previous leaders in the country have done, they bribe Liberian people to enrich themselves. They didn't help export. They didn't follow up. They weren't in there for the goodness of Liberia. Okay, but Honorable Bilitis has that heart. Okay? And he says this when he tell you, when Madam Grace come, I'm going to read the letters that he wrote. When he speaks to Liberian people. And, and so we have someone who loves bridging the Liberian people. He loves, making sure that we can meet the healthcare needs of the Liberian people when he donated those 2 trucks to the people. Okay. We have someone who came from humble beginnings. He talked to me when we're talking and I laugh, and sometimes he says, Dad, our mama, I used to be Mama Bebe. My mind used to be like, plead with me. Said, they had a nickname. I can't remember it right now. She said, please go to school. I want you to go to school. He said sometimes you run away from the school camp just to be playing Mama Bebe with your mom to be on the farm. She said, I want you to be like me. Go get an education. Okay. And that's how he was raised. Now, we have this thing in Liberia, and I will talk it as it is because I've thought about this. I was talking about it. We are very stereotypical. When we say this man is Mandingo man, that's what all the talk is about. Okay? They are afraid. So he's Mandingo. So what? Is he not human being? When you cut, isn't his blood red like the way my blood is red? Is he not capable of running our country? The rest of the people who have stolen money like the Nukwe and the Moi, are they any better than him? I think not. I think he has a better standard and well exposed than them. He's well informed and in the interest of the Liberian people than them. Otherwise, my Gibi and Bon Kante would be at a different level right now. Okay, I just want to add that. So I want to just tell you that Honorable Bilitis is Mandingo, yes, and so we have this. It would take us, the white man got to say, oh, we were racist, we discriminated against this tribe, then we agree to it. Okay, but we ourselves will not see what we are doing, and it takes you to see. He practices a different religion, something that maybe you and I may not practice, and so the same doctrine, be kind to others. Love your neighbors as yourself. It's the same doctrine that we practice. They might, say it in a different language. That's the ruling what govern them, you know. And so, when I hear them talking all of these things, oh, he Muslim, he Badingo, he this. At the bottom line is he doing the work of the Liberian people? Is he interested in the Liberian people? All right. And that's what concerns me. If you ask me, is Moyi or Nuka doing the work of Liberian people? First of all, they have no idea of the global politics of the world. Someone like Nuka, that's why he uncensored, because the American people in the international world don't want to go see you just spreading money to the people. They don't want to see the schools that we have and you say you've been in power for 12 years. They'll ask you what you've been doing. Okay? So that Moyi, they don't want you to see you just enhancing yourself. So you have to prove to the world where we are right now, the geopolitics of the world is, show me what you can do. Show me how you have done it. What have you've been sitting there talking about royalty fee, royalty fee. CMS has paid 3% of royalty fee to LPRC. Where is the money? Like we can say, oh yeah, show me the beef. Where's the beef? Where is the money? That's what the question is all about. I can see you guys are tossing and turning and shaking around, especially you answering in the studio, um, uh, as if you're tired. But yes.
We're trying to get the activities for CMC the weekend. We're
Mm-hmm.
trying to get it set for you. So we want you to yeah, to before we get to maybe other discussion, to the form, at least to go back over the activities of our of series CMC this weekend, beginning as of tonight, the 27, 28, up to the time the PL will be in the US. So just wanted to go over that before we go to the phone line.
Yes. The PL is already in the United States, as I said earlier. He's meeting different groups of people, sharing his thoughts and his ideas. I spoke to him earlier. Madam Grisco, I spoke to him earlier. We spoke together as a team, just letting us know some of the high power delegation that he is involved in right now. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, I'll be up. I'll be seeing him, and that's where we're gonna have the all hands on deck CMC meeting. Is where we're gonna be planning our trajectory as a political party. We're gonna as the global chair. I interact with many of the heads of these different uh, leaders in the different regions. And so I'm sure he's going to have his expectation and mandate going to be handed down to me as to what he wants accomplished within this year. We are hitting, some of the successes of our party. We're going to talk about that. I think when I last checked the website, we were 39,000 strong. We were also in many, many regions of the world. I mentioned China, Dubai, uh, you know, because Nigeria is a bigger state, is Nigeria than in the other part of West Africa. And I mentioned Canada. So we're going to be talking about things that we are interested in doing and setting a timeline and a pace for us to transform, begin to transform our country, Liberia. We don't just want to just come there and build the kind of things that we see Alex Tyler building in Bombing County. We don't. That's not what we want to do. We want to. We're not going to just work on doing chicken change type thing for our Liberian people. If I always say if Nukwe can pay a good enough house for him, then why should the rest of Liberian people not live like he does? He's the leader. He should make sure that his people live well. And that's the mantra of Honorable Billy, to make sure that um, our people are doing well. So that's what's going to happen tomorrow. So we're going to be there until probably, as I said earlier, uh, maybe until 3, 4 o'clock, because we have to return to the hotel at 6 o'clock to make sure that you know, or the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. Going to make sure that people, our guests are coming in. I have to welcome them. All of us who are faces of this party have to be there welcoming our guests. And so this and the program is going to be a wonderful program. I've seen it. I'm not going to talk too much about it on air because sometimes we tend to be trendsetters. People tend to steal CMC ideas. We learn along the way, which is okay. So we're planning on, one of the main things we're planning on networking, getting a lot of Liberians with a lot of innovation, ingenuity, who wants to come to contribute to change in Liberia. So we're going to be doing some networking, and that program is going to go on until late in the night. And then finally, we are going to converge on Sunday. The Liberian Mandingo Association will be honoring Honorable Ability. They have a really wonderful program plan as well. So they're going to be doing great. We're going to accompany him to that program. And we look forward to interacting and having a wonderful time. I also know that many of our people came from all over today. We were able they at one place. Out of Grace couldn't be there. She's 2 hours away. I'm 45 minutes away. We both couldn't be there. And as you guys probably know, I was teaching until I was working all day, so I'm recuperating a little bit. And getting my I got some my beauty rest today so I can be all proper and alert tomorrow. So yeah.
All right, folks. So the political launch here on Truth FM 96.1, the Friday edition. The challenge is on. Yeah, and
that is on the tape so I can see, we can see how it be. My Grace says she won. My Grace says she won.
Tired of the stealing.
So let me say something.
We're tired of the lies. Tired of the stealing.
The helicopter chapia dance. So if you're a CMCmer, we put this challenge out to you. My entire household, which we tend to do those kind of things together, was fun. Was involved in it, including my husband. He did his share. I think you guys saw that. And then so we posted it, and we call on all CNCmers to come and join us with this challenge. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we definitely need some dance classes going on here. So Ansu came up with his dance. Henry came up with Ansu and did his dance, and we're like, Madam Grace, I would put a laugh. I'll tell you, no lie. We're laughing at you. Yeah, not easy. But we're happy that you guys joining fun. And then, Emma, y'all find Madam Grace, please. Yeah, because she wouldn't let me rest today. She kept on telling me she beat me. Whoa, me, I beat you, and I'll tell her, whoa, me, you didn't win. So y'all find it. Y'all please do this. You finally a tip? The thing? You all want me to send it to you?
We are getting it prepared for you. So we are getting it prepared right after this. So a couple of videos will be dropping. The challenge is on.
The challenge is on.
We have Heron, we have Dr. Richardson and Madam Grace. So we're getting all the videos prepared already.
We have Abraham Richardson. We have my daughter. And we gotta decide. This is a challenge. Y'all gotta do your video. So me and Madam Grace, we having a conversation. So you better start practicing this song, because eventually you will be rewarded. And let me just tell you, American people let our money business. So my daughter, she every say, "Well, I do all the dancing, and mommy, Madam Grace will pay me." So I said, "Okay, I'll ask her." Yes. So this is the Political Lounge. If you're listening to us, this is the Political Lounge, and the song is so beautiful. Y'all know the name of the song. We're trying to find it. Who wrote that song? And I look on YouTube. Just find it. A lot of people like that song. I have to tell you that. So that answer you doing one thing her answer to his strokes, his moves.
Yo, I'm so fast tracking the issue right now. Yeah,
You say you say oh.
I like bro win the whole competition with winning for America.
Yo, win. It will be like Bro versus America. Y'all will see. Y'all can't use that chapter dance y'all do it. I said, me and Grace, we said, well, one of the first people will take we will offer you dance classes or you go come to Liberia and see you.
So play that will see. Please.
For some reason, it's sticking. It's not moving.
When all the videos the best, you know, like you want with it.
Yeah. There we
So
go.
the best video.
That's the best video that the one we saw you. We saw you. We talked about you today.
We're tired of the lies, tired of the stealing, tired of you. Our mothers crying, people deserve better.
So what happened to the leg work? The leg work, we're going to hear you see. What happened to the leg work? You tired, you got your work to you got to lose tired, you don't get your work to I see you did deal with trophy, yeah? That lose time. Did I lose time? Y'all upload my Grace video? I don't understand this yet.
It's loaded already.
Okay, let me show you that. I'll show you my leg work too. So I can see the combination of dancing using your leg, your hand, your arms, everything, not just chapia. The day where I said, don't worry.
That's an African dance.
Yeah. Y'all text me. I want to know who for the
that's the African dance.
The artist. We'll be looking for
the top. Take it from the top. I think yeah. Take it from the top. Oh, fuck it, Lucy. Fuck it, Lucy.
The change they need is change is coming. Talk and do. Can you feel it? It's in the air. Can you feel it?
I'll show you guys the latest. We love mankind in our picture. Yo mo ti
That one up there.
that's Paris for the latest video and I'm the latest
It's
one.
what we mean when we say the citizens movement for change for the people, by the people. We talk and do. That's what we mean. We talk and do.
Exactly. See?
We talk and do. Love will be restored. Faith will be restored. Love will be restored.
Yeah, I was enjoying the song. It was going to my soul, my innermost soul. Yeah, so
So
I
let's see,
checked there.
let's see that one. Because Madam Grace just remain started to get more. Tell you one position. Yeah. So so
I
just
say
put
a
some
a
weight
new
on it.
video about Grace. Oh, she definitely that challenge to be a repeat challenge. Y'all saw it?
Let's see that. Let's see
Yes.
that. Yeah. It's on. Let's see it. What?
Mm.
American for that viewer? You know,
Yeah, we're coming for you.
Another challenge here, Mama.
Liberia deserves
the
better.
people yourself.
That's what I
Tired of the
yes.
lies, tired of the stealing,
Keep asking me to challenge me. I think it's all I want to ask you.
all this crying.
There you go.
People deserve better.
Uh-huh.
The future is fading. Too many of them leaving. Too many of them dying. They can't wait any longer. The change they need is now. The change they need is now. Talk and do possibility.
Yes, I'm too lady. Send your lady.
CMC.
What do you do?
Today, not tomorrow. Not waiting for election. No. Talk and do. People rejoicing. Talk and do.
You're joining us. Good night, yo.
Mama, Greg, make it. She can make it.
She made it. She made it, yo. She made it. She made it.
That thing way by St. Francis dance, Jimmy Jerome dance.
Oh, God. Yes, it was just according to the era.
I can make it all, man.
Yeah. I know what I did. Where I do that. I said, but these people that young like they look at it dancing. Yes. But it was all good. It was good fun. I believe after the program tomorrow, Madam Grace and I are coming up with a better challenge. And so we want you, audience, to stay tuned and listen up. I'm going to spend some time just recognizing that she will do when she's here and telling you, many of you, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you will get the opportunity to share our video because some people listen to us after the show. I too go back and listen to the show to just make sure that I'm familiar and I understand some important points. For Roland G. Tier, Roland, we know you from Kakata Magibi, and you probably will come on here one day to tell us more about the state of Magibi, the state in which Nukwe has left your county. Okay, so Roland, it's good to see you. We have Philbert O. Jackson, and I hope that we've made a case to you. As you probably know, Philbert, Madam Grace studied communication and public relations in school. She studied that. She knows that very well. And I'm sure you know, as a psychologist, I studied the art of persuasion to a certain degree. So yes, I agree with you that we are making a case, and I'm sure we made a good case tonight. Gaussen Roland Sando, who's here. Hello, how are you? It was good. Thank you for being here. Basa Man, our strong man, he said CMC will hear again. Thank you very much. And Ayoba Critical Kaba, he said CMC respect to you, Dr. Francine Chenoweth Richardson. I want to just say I respect you as well, and more power to you. He said, someone asked, how is the PL in the US, Dr. Richardson? He's doing fine. The last time we spoke to him, he's surrounded by some of his, high power delegation right now. I can't hesitate to explain so much, but he's doing well based on my last conversation. Ayuba also said, "Power to the yes, we must say," by CMC. That's right. Stephen Pinera is saying, "Everyone's party, then take picture from there now. Some old, some new. Wasn't sure what you meant, but thank you for joining us." Basame again. Aroba is there. Uh, Jerome Banya said he misses me on Spoon. Yes, thank you for missing me. I'll probably be back, but we have a new spokesperson there, Manipaka Dumore and Fanta Kamara. They're going to be doing a wonderful job propagating or promoting CMC's work. At this point, being the global chair is sometimes very conflicting for to keep the schedule. But thank you. Um, who else? V. Croman says CMC all the way. That's right, CMC all the way. Thank you for watching us all the way from Chicken Farm Community, Monrovia, she said. And we were probably discussing something. That's what Ayuba said. Very sad. Uh, Paco King said, "It's good to be here again. Thank you for joining us." And Basa Man said he loves something that what you said. You said the rogue is sitting in Bond County while honorability is in the United States. So he liked what you when you said that. Sophie Blamo is watching as well, and Musa Faduana is also watching. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It was a pleasure being here tonight. I apologize, there was a little alteration in our schedule today. As you noticed, Madam Grace Gua was not here today. She's been working. The woman is such a hard worker. She's planning the program, and so she couldn't make it. So we had to make some plans. I know usually on Friday we have people calling, but we like to do that in concert with each other, so we couldn't do that today. She, due to the circumstances that we find ourselves in, but we will resume next Friday, where we'll begin to call. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming. It was a wonderful show. I had a wonderful time holding up the floor. Again, I want to use in the words of Henry, who says that the truth must be told here. This is the Political Lounge. When you go into a village and you want to know what's going on, you go down to the creek, you go down to the waterway, and you listen and hear what the women are talking about. And so we are two women, Madam Grace Gua, who come here Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday to discuss political issues in Liberia. Today we talk about education system, and we talk about the role of our legislatures, primarily Moi and Nukwe. Their role of playing representation, overseeing, and lawmaking, being a good oversight. Have they done that in your book? Or are they trying to conquer and divide the Liberian people, which our political leader, Musa Hassan Bility, wants to transform and work in the interest of Liberian people? That's the two different paths we have to take right now, today, now is the time. So when we come back, we'll talk about other important things that are happening today. We talked about in this part of the world, they had a diaspora conference that was headed by Joseph Boakai's government. It's just interesting, that such a thing will be going on. And, I didn't hear any comments about just building the infrastructure of Liberia. In order for investment for diaspora Liberian to travel back to Liberia, we need to make sure that we have good infrastructure. We want to make sure that the rule of law, when people have issues, when you're in business, and instead of somebody just coming and disrupting your contract and saying your contract no longer exists, or changing the rule of law on you just because they're in power, we want to make sure that the court system is okay. And educating our people, we'll talk about that as well. Giving some tax breaks to people in the diaspora that will help them turn their remittances, that we send a lot of money back home, into businesses that will generate and support the Liberian people. So today that happened, we'll explore that again. If we feel that, the need to discuss that, we really want to just talk about our Liberian people. So yes, Ansu and Henry is a good shot. I'm going to turn it over to you guys right now so you can do your closing, and then we'll call it a night.
So that people already started calling in because it's a regular feature on a Friday. So I know how we're gonna handle that. Apparently, I was thinking we just do it randomly. People who've been following online, we just do it for the online people today. What do you think?
I don't know. I can't. I Miss Grace and I usually select numbers and all of that stuff, and then she makes sure she sends the money to Ansu or you in the morning. And when I talk to her tonight, which I am going to talk to her after the show, we're going to be planning programs. So that's the problem. How do people want to like make sure that people get their money back? Yeah. So let's just skip tonight, and then we'll probably resume. So I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry for your calls and all of that stuff. Okay, we don't even have that much time. It's already 9:36. We end the show right at 9:30. Sorry.
Okay. Ansu?
Yes, so I just read there. For those of you following us on radio, so you can pause your demand and small. Also, we run the show we're looking for course. So yeah, so thanks to that. We're just saying the show return on Monday. The team will be back here, Liberia time at 11:30 to 1:30 a.m. So say thanks to that. Yeah, she's been here with us here tonight and has been really, really great. Thanks to you so much, I thought I was just saying.
Thank you. Thank you guys, and have a wonderful night. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? You want to pull out anthem, please?